Welcome, Minecrafters, to the best way to mine diamonds in Minecraft. And I'm recording this on the Xbox using the medieval texture pack that's available on the Xbox because I did it as part of my medieval Minecraft Let's Play series. In this video, we're going to go through the tools and techniques for optimal diamond mining. The first thing you want to consider is where to mine. Well, diamonds can only be found from level 2 to level 14. The other thing to consider is that lava lakes are typically found at or below level 11. So the best place to mine diamonds is at level 12 because you're less likely to run into lava when you're tunneling along like this. And also later on we'll show you how to use those lava lakes to find even more diamonds. But for now, I'm going to cut the video out here and just move ahead to the first time I ran into lava in this mine. So here we are cruising along. We find some lava. So you could just back up if you want. It's really safe. If you're really quick, you could throw down a block there and try to close it off. But you could just let it flow back like this. Just stay out of the lava, obviously, so you won't get burned. And then in this case, what we're going to do is dig our way up because we can look out there and we can see that that lake happens to be at level 12. So it's kind of like one of the worst places it could be for us, level 12. But that's okay. We'll just plug it off here and dig out so we can get a good look at the surface of the lake. Now the reason these lakes are really valuable is because around them there's a lot of walls that are at the level that diamonds can be found. So we're going to place a bucket of water real quick, pick it up. I like to do it fast so that I can keep some light in here. The lava keeps it well lit. And then we're going to be able to look around at the wall to a lot of area where diamonds could be found. Now in this case it's a small lake, but you get the idea, and we'll show you how you find the diamonds a little bit later. So now let's cut the video ahead to the first time that we actually found diamonds in this little tunnel. So here we are mining along and we found our first set of diamonds. Now notice that in this case I'm using a high efficiency unbreaking iron pick because in my world where I made this video I hadn't found many diamonds, but you definitely want to use an enchanted efficiency pick. It'll make things a little bit faster for you. And then you're going to want to clean out all around the diamonds. And the reason that we're doing this is to make sure that there's no lava around these. We don't want to start cutting into the diamonds and having some of them fall into lava and get burned up. And we also want to make sure that there's no diamonds off on the corners. There can be some off on the angles and everything. And we don't want to miss those. And when you're harvesting them, you want to use a fortune pick. Now notice we've got a fortune 3 pick here. And this is going to increase our yield from about 2 to maybe even sometimes 4 times. Now I would recommend that you dig out the floor underneath any of them, before you harvest them, just to make sure there's no lava. But I'm just checking down here to make sure that there wasn't any off on the corner of that one. And we're going to throw some, dig some out of the ceiling here, just in case there were some, off on the angle above the ones up there. Okay, so there weren't. So now I'm going to throw down this cobblestone in here because my plan is to build a rail system coming back from this mine. Now look at this, we got about 9 diamonds here, and I think there was about 5 blocks. So using the fortune pick, almost a factor of 2. Okay, so now we've cut ahead in the video to a point where we're about to run into another hazard here in diamond mining, and that is running into water. Sometimes you could come into a lake, and one way to handle this is to just go in and swim straight up and see where you come out. But what I like to do is just block it off. You can see that there's a creeper out there and there's a skeleton taking pot shots at us. So what I like to do is block off the water and either try to climb up or just go around it. So that's kind of funny. We just heard the creeper out there blow up. We got so close to him. So it looked like the water was coming in from the right there. So I'm going to dig off to the left and see if we can kind of mine our way around it. So when you're mining along like this, you're going to come out into some caves and ravines, and these are actually really great opportunities to find more diamonds because we'll see a lot of wall space that's below level 14. But to do this, you have to bring some decent weapons. So I recommend that you bring a good bow with a lot of arrows, or in this case I happen to have an infinity bow. That kind of helps. And then a decent sword. I've got my enchanted diamond sword here. And I've got a full set of iron armor. And with that, we should be able to keep the mobs at bay, have a little fun hunting them, and also find a whole bunch of diamonds. So when you come into a ravine like this, you're going to want to block off the water and investigate all the areas that are at or below level 14. So let me cut the video ahead here, and I'll show you some little techniques on how to quickly do that. So first we cleaned out the mobs that were in here, and we're going to light it up just a little bit. Now we're standing at level 14 right now, and over there on the left you can see where I built a wall to block off the water. Now I didn't spend a lot of time up there because it's above level 14. I just took the water out to make sure that there were no diamonds down underneath this thing. I'm slowing the video down here to give you a chance to really look at that. Okay, now we're going to walk over here and we're going to block off this little waterfall that's coming down over here by making a little bucket under that it can kind of drop into, so we can just look and see what's underneath the water over here. And then I'm not going to spend any more time in this ravine because this is the only area that's at or below level 14. So you can see there's a whole bunch of resources right over here. This could easily be diamonds because it's at level 14. But in this case, we didn't find any. So we basically checked out this ravine. Now I'm going to move ahead in the video to show you a couple ways of maintaining your inventory and your tools. So I throw chests down along the way like this so that I can offload my inventory. And the other thing that I do is I bring an anvil along with me so that I can repair the good enchanted tools that I have. You're going to get plenty of iron when you're cruising along, so it's easy to either make an anvil along the way if you want, or just bring one with you. And also what you can do is you can turn the redstone and the lapis lazuli and the coal into blocks, and that'll save some inventory space if you want. But I'm just going to throw down chests like this along the way. Now one of the reasons why I'm not just tunneling out and then going over a few blocks and tunneling back is because that doesn't maximize the number of lava lakes that you find and the number of ravines that you find. Also, what I do, the principal thing that I do with these mines, is I use them as transportation systems around in my world. Actually, right now, we're building a subway that runs from my main underground base back to my spawn point. So I'm kind of doing a lot of things all at once while I'm mining here. So we've offloaded a bunch of our inventory, and we're just proceeding along here until we found another little batch of diamonds. Now if you listen closely, you can hear a zombie out in the someplace out around us, so we must be near a cave. When you do hear the zombies like that, I recommend that you hang out for a little while and see if you hear multiple zombies, especially if you hear some of the little ones as well, growling or whatever, because then you might be near a spawner. Now in this case we just hear one, so probably not a spawner. I kind of like spawners, they're a great thing. So when you're cruising along like this, you are likely to find spawners, and obviously we're finding a lot of other resources besides diamonds. So we're just going to clean out around this one again, just like we did in the previous one. Notice that we've definitely taken out all the stuff that's underneath it, and this looks like a reasonably good haul here. Oh yeah, it's great. Okay, so we've got, let's see, we do have, oh fantastic. Okay, well we've got 8 blocks here. So let's take out the fortune pick and see what kind of yield we get. We just offloaded the other 9 that we got before. Let's see if we get, you know, let's see, we should get more than 16. Okay, let's see what we get with our fortune pick. Okay, 19, excellent. So a little bit more than a factor of 2. Beautiful. So now we've come out of our little mining tunnel and found a couple of nice lakes here. So we're just gonna throw down enough water to make it so we can go out and look around and check out all the walls. So you can see we're covering a lot of ground here. You know, we can see a lot of area, a lot of blocks where diamonds could be. Let's just take this out, take a look behind this real quick, and oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's some diamonds down there, right about the level of the lava. Now, I don't like to have the obsidian go right up to where the diamonds are, because sometimes that can make it so that there's lava underneath the diamonds, or right next to it, and it's kind of hard. You might have to actually take out the obsidian. So I try to throw down cobblestone like that to take out the lava. So make a little buffer zone between the lava or the obsidian when you finally do form the obsidian and where your diamonds are. It just might make it a little bit easier to check out underneath the diamonds and make the mining a little safer. Okay, well, I think that what we'll do now is cut ahead in the video and see if we can give you another example of how to increase your yield when you're mining like this. So I've just come out of my little tunnel into a relatively large cave system here that has a lot of area that is at or below level 14. So I started running around in here and I found this diamonds right in the floor. And so what you do is you just light up the area a little bit around it before you start digging right into it, because the last thing you want to do is be mining like this and have a creeper come up and blow up a set of diamonds on you. That would not be good, right? So what you want to do when you're cruising along, if you come out into a cave like we did, we came out of that ravine earlier, now we're coming out into a little cave system. Just cruise around in the cave system. Make sure you don't spend any time though, running around at upper levels. Just stay below level 14. Find something like this, light the area up a little bit around it so you don't get creepers in there, and then you can just harvest them out like we're doing here. Okay, now we're going to move ahead in the video to how to build a rail system real quick and easy so you can get back and forth in your diamond mine. First thing you're going to do is you're going to put down powered rails, and then you're going to use stacks of rails that are 32 rails. 32 regular unpowered rails, okay? So I just take a regular 64 stack, split it in half, and lay down 32. And the reason that you do this is because this will keep your minecart running at the maximum speed possible in Minecraft, okay, with the minimum number of powered rails. And then what you do is, I usually take a block out at this height, and I throw down a lever and turn it on. That's the easiest, cheapest way to power the little powered rail. And then just lay down another half a stack of regular rails and just keep doing this all the way back to your base. Now when you get to a point where you've had to go up or down to go over lava or a lake or whatever, then you're going to put down powered rails to go up and power it again with your little lever. And you can put it down, put the lever in here, or I'll show you on the other side, you can put it down higher. Now you're not going to really need to go up more than 1 or 2 levels. But if you do happen to go up maybe 4 or 5 levels, you can just alternate powered rails and unpowered rails. I usually use 2 powered rails and 2 unpowered rails if I'm going up at a pretty long distance. So this just shows you that once you power that block, it also powers the rail sitting next to it, so you can put your lever down. Now you can also use redstone torches or whatever, but I just find levers to be the cheapest way to do it. Okay, so that just shows you. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is when you're putting the torches down, when you're digging along, when you're coming out or going back or whatever, put the torches up on the wall. That makes laying down the rails real fast and easy. Obviously, you can't put a rail down where there's a torch on the floor, so light them up on the side of the walls. Okay, let's just head back now. So here we are laying the last few rails down into my base underground. Now there's a powered rail right there that's powered with a lever next to it, and then over here there is a powered rail underneath that minecart with no power on it. And so you got a dispenser in the wall where you keep your minecarts, and you just hop in, and this is the way you can switch track. And just get another minecart here so that I can make some with chests. So you just switch the track like that, and you're off and running. Okay, so now we'll go out to the end of the track. And here we are at the end of the track, loading up a minecart with a chest. And along the way, remember, we left chests. So while I was coming out here, I would stop and load up minecarts with chests, just like we're doing right here. So on the way back, we're going to push 2 other carts along. After we're going to throw a minecart down right here for ourselves. hop in, and we'll push all 3 chests back down the rail system, back to the little home base. Now the carts don't travel as fast as we do, so we generally have to push them along. But so see, there's another one right there that we loaded up on our way out. So now we'll cut the video ahead to when we get back to the little base. I find the best way to empty these things out is throw a chest down like this and then just use your axe to destroy the minecart with the chest in it, and then just stand here and shoot everything into the chest. So I was out mining for about 2.5 hours in the game, and that included building the rail system back, and you can see that we got just over a stack of diamonds, and we got a subway system out toward a place in the game that I'm going to want to visit often in my world. We also had a lot of fun battling mobs, and it was a blast. So I made a full set of diamond armor, did a little bit more diamond mining with a silk touch pick, and I made this entryway out into my mine here with some diamond ore. Well, a quick recap on how to best mine diamonds in Minecraft. First, mine along in a straight line at level 12 toward a point in the game that you might want to travel to often. I would recommend that you only make one turn when you do that, so mine straight out till you're about perpendicular to where you want to go, and then just turn once and head off toward the destination. Explore out all the lava lakes that you find with a bucket of water. Explore out all the caves and the ravines that you find, but stay below level 14 when you're doing that. Listen for spawners, and then lay down rails in sections that are 32 blocks long to build the rail system back and allow you to come out and continue mining. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and maybe a subscribe. Check out my medieval Minecraft series if you want to see a little bit more about what happens in this world. This is Wes, and I'm out.